Hey guys, how are you? I just kind of wanted to talk about just taking care of yourself. This was something that people have told me ever since I became an adult, and not really something you really think about. You're like, oh well, that's a nice gesture, especially when it's from your friends or your family. Um, what I never really thought about is when people say that they don't always mean it, like, with your health and eating habits. Like, a lot of the times they mean it, and also of, physical, like physically. I go through these things where I become like really obsessive over something for a while and then switch on to the next thing. One of my obsessions was exercising. I used to be like huge on exercise, and I don't even think that really counts as like one of my things that I swap in and out of because it was something that I just did consistently for years. Like when I was in college, I started walking, and then I started running, and then from then on out, that was just always a part of my life. The last few years, it really started becoming like more a part of my life because I don't know, I guess it was like my form of therapy. Like I always just felt better when I exercised. Like I was just like getting out of some kind of like stress that I never really talked about or wanted to even acknowledge. You know what I mean? For those of you that do it also. Um, I took it a little too far though. About 8 months ago, almost 8.5 months ago now, I ended up dislocating my knee because not even my knee, my kneecap. Like it's worse than your knee apparently. I did not know that at the time, but was really just trying to get back into shape. November, October, December, like those months are usually the months I usually kind of take off from exercising. I just kind of relax. I let my body just kind of rejuvenate. But when I went back to exercising, I had noticed I'd gained some weight and I was just trying to get back to my usual physique. And unfortunately, I kind of pushed myself like way too hard and ended up pushing my kneecap out of place, like almost to the point where it was like on the back of my leg. It was horrible. I had to have an ambulance come and pick me up and take me to the hospital, and I was there for like 3 hours before they finally got to me. And at that point I was in so much pain. I was just like, please just knock me out. And I'm afraid of needles. Like, just for reference, I am terrified of needles, but I wanted them to fucking fix me up. And when they finally did, I felt so much better. The doctor, obviously after they gave me my medicine, unfortunately when they went to actually do the procedure, I was not on any kind of pain medication. They just knocked me out, and unfortunately with me being, a redhead and also having red haired people like in my family, I was not aware that the medicines that they use to knock you out doesn't work on us for some reason. Like it's some kind of genetic thing. But anyway, I was aware when it happened. They put some kind of like metal slab under my leg. The doctor came in, grabbed like my ankles, and then just snapped it back in place really quick. And I remember crying a bunch because it just hurt like hell. I mean, I couldn't even like just sit there without it like feeling horrible, like someone just pounding a hammer in my knee. But anyway, eventually I got through it. It has been 8 months. The doctor said it would only be about 6 weeks for me to need my, what are those things called? My crutches? I've been using my crutches. I've been using a cane. I finally upgraded to a cane a few weeks ago. I've been very happy about that. Only 6 weeks? Not true. I did not come out of using those about 5 months. It took me about 5 months. And even then, I still actually needed them, but at that point I was just so ready to stop using those things, because those things take a lot out of you, and they didn't give me like the right size. I'm kind of an awkward size. I'm 5'2", so I guess like the bigger upgrade would have been too big for me, and the one that's like meant for people like a little shorter than me is a little short. So I guess they just had to kind of pick, like, do they want to give me one that's too tall, or they want to give me one that's too short? So, they gave me the one that was too short. So, thank goodness I was, pretty fit, but it was still really hard to navigate. And, I'm pretty exhausted every time I used them, like always tired between feeling that and being exhausted. The doctors don't give you pain medicine for that kind of thing. They just tell you take some ibuprofen, Tylenol, and just kind of deal with it, which I'm fine with, because I'm not one to take pain medication. I'm just not a fan. For many reasons I don't really want to get into. But yeah, my takeaway is just like, you really, really need to like physically take care of yourself. Fitness is really important, and I've been seeing all kinds of like fitness influencers. Like, that seems to be kind of like an upcoming trend right now. But the one thing that kind of bothers me when I do see that kind of thing is that they're always pushing and pushing and pushing and trying to encourage other people to push and push and push, and that is so not good for you. Like, you should push yourself a little bit, but if you start to feel weak, you start to feel shaky, like, you need to stop. Because I didn't stop. I didn't stop, even though I should have, because I was already tired before I started working out. I was already pretty beat, but I decided to push myself anyway, and now I don't know when I'm going to be able to walk properly again. It has been, as I said earlier, 8.5 months of just struggling to get around, and it has been it's been more of a mental struggle than anything, because I've always been like a really active person, always gone outside, always went on walks, hikes, general exercising, traveling, visiting friends, visiting family, because I'm far away from everybody. Like, I'm pretty secluded from all my friends and family where I'm at, and it's a bit of a drive, which I can't do. I still can't even really sit in a car without it hurting. Between the road noise and the fact that my leg just kind of has to like sit in a bit of an awkward position. Like, I can't just like sit. My leg just, like, instead of like, how your leg just kind of does this when you're sitting, I kind of have to do like this little number when I'm sitting. And that's kind of hard to do in a car, and obviously impossible if you're driving. So, like, I still can't even drive. Like, it's insane. And I just wish that somebody would have told me to just, like, take it easy. It's okay to not make the same progress as other people. We're not all built the same. Some people just, have better genetics when it comes to, like, physical stuff, and that's okay. But I was always comparing myself to other people, and I really, really, really wish I didn't, because now I'm like regretting it so hard right now. Like, I want more than anything just to get in my car and just drive around for a few minutes. Like, that would be so life-changing for me right now. I have been trying to get around a little bit. If it wasn't for my boyfriend, I would be so screwed right now, because, like, I can't even go back to work. Like, there's really nowhere that I can go with my condition. Like, it's been pretty, like, a drag, I guess would be a good word for it. It's a drag. Because I'm one of those people that always feels the need to be doing something. I always have to have my hand, like, even in my videos, you notice I'm always using my hands, because I feel the need to do something, like, and being in a position to where I really can't is like, it's nerve-wracking. I have been taking up painting, archery. I've been writing all my books. I've been writing a fuck ton, actually, to the point where I'm hoping that maybe I can just be a full-time writer. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping I can go in that direction, but the real task is just trying to, like, keep my head straight, because, like, it's hard trying to rediscover yourself after you've already done that over and over again. Like, I've had to start over numerous times, and it feels like every time I do, I'm just having to, like, rediscover myself all over again. Like, because the whole physical stuff, like, that was, like, basically my whole thing before this accident happened. And now I'm having to, like, rediscover things that I love. Which isn't totally a bad thing. Been getting back into reading, which is awesome. I loved that when I was in college. I loved that when I was in high school and regular school. But I guess at some point I started working and kind of forgot all about it. So it is kind of cool to have like all the little stuff. Gardening. Have a bunch of plants on my porch I just kind of wobble to and water and pick and and all that good jazz. I'm hoping to go on vacation here before too long. We had planned it months ago. I was kind of expecting to be better by then, but I guess maybe not so much, because I have an issue with thinking that I'm better when I'm not. I have re-hurt my injury about 3 times already. Haven't completely dislocated it, but the first 2 times my knee did come out of socket and then quickly went right back in. The first time was just from stretching, which was insane to me. I was like, wow, all I did was stretch in bed, and my leg just came right out and went right back in. The other time I was standing up in the kitchen and it went out and back in, and another time I was just sitting in a couch and my knee just did the same thing, went out, went back in. Oh wait, I hurt myself 4 times. Here a couple of weeks ago, I was feeling great. Like, I couldn't bend my knee all the way, but like, it didn't hurt walking. So I thought I was getting better, and I should probably get into the point where I should start giving myself a little physical therapy, because that's something we're supposed to do, but I can't afford it. I'm in America, like, it's impossible. Like, my medical bills are already insane from the ambulance, so physical therapy is not going to happen for me. I'm also disabled, so I can't get insurance, so that's also not possible. So I've just been kind of trying to do something for myself there. But unfortunately, about 10 minutes and 24 seconds of just walking nonstop, my leg just went out. Like, it didn't snap out and snap back in like it did all the other times. Like, I just had like this pain, like this sudden like throb, and all of a sudden I just couldn't move at all. I couldn't move that leg at all, and so I had to sit back down, and I'm still recovering from that now. So yeah, apparently dislocating your kneecap is a lot more serious than people give it credit for, because I remember that night when I was in the hospital, the doctor told me like, oh, it's okay, it's just your kneecap. And I remember him saying it like that, as a writer, like I focus on words like that, even though I probably shouldn't. So when he said that, I was like, oh, just my kneecap. Oh, that's good. That means I'm probably not going to be like messed up for very long, which is all kinds of wrong. If I dislocated my knee, I would have been better by now, apparently, from all the stuff that I've been looking into and researching and all that good jazz. And I tried to reach out to other people the other day on Reddit, and I didn't realize that there was some kind of outage or whatever. I probably should have looked at it first, but ended up getting completely ignored and really hurt. I guess I kind of hurt my own feelings in that sense, because I really should have like looked into stuff first. So I ended up pulling the post, and I'm afraid of rejection, so I don't want to post it again as someone calling me like a sellout or attention seeking or whatever, which is sad. I guess that's my own self-reflection there. Like, it's hard for me to just reach out. Like, I don't know why. I have no idea why. I'm always just so afraid people's gonna be like, you're full of shit, when I'm not. But my knee, however, I have been able to move it a little bit more. I'm going to stand up for just a second, just so you can kind of see where I'm at. I can actually stand up, thank goodness. Like, I'm not really struggling with that as much as I was. But I can move my leg about like this. That's about as far as I can get it. I cannot actually like bend it at all. It is getting a little better though, so I am counting my lucky stars, because my grandpa, he ended up losing his leg, unfortunately. He was like in a wheelchair most of his life. He used to be like a sheriff for a small town, and something happened, and I just don't really want to get too far into his story because it makes me sad. But anyway, I appreciate anyone that has come by and listened to my little rant. This has been like really hard on me, considering I'm already disabled. I already have trouble walking as it is, and having this stack on top of it is just like, ugh. It sucks. It really sucks. So, thank you guys so much for coming by and listening, and I hope you have an awesome week/weekend, and I really hope to see you in the next one. If you are going through the same struggles as me, or if you ever have, I would love to hear how you got through it. What kind of hobbies did you get into? What helped keep your mind straight? Even if it was just temporarily or if it's permanent, like I would really, really love to know.